Hello and welcome to another video. So we're in the Fiesta again today and we're going to be giving it a full service today. Plugs, leads, coil packs, all that sort of stuff, whatever it needs really. Very hot today. So I'm going to let's get the stuff out and let's go. I'll run you through what we got and let's get started. Okay, how you doing everyone? Welcome in. So we have our spark plugs, 4 for this engine. We've got a coil pack. Now there is 2 of these that are made on this model, so hopefully we've got the right one. Done them before. They've got different plugs on the end, which I'll show you when we start taking it apart. And then the old ignition leads. Pretty self-explanatory, but basically that end goes down onto the plug, into the head, and make sure it pops as it goes in. And this seals all the top from damp, etc. That end goes on the coil pack. Pretty straightforward, but obviously taking it apart and getting into the right bits, putting the right leads in the right places, all that sort of stuff is definitely important too. So let's spin around and let's start the job. Welcome in. Okay, so we're under the bonnet and this is your engine bay. First thing you're going to see is all your air filter system here. You're going to want a 10mm socket on the bolts there. Spin them out. Obviously if you've got an electric one or an air one, it makes it quicker, but I'm just sort of trying to do it DIY style like people would on their driveway at home. I do have air tools and stuff here, but I just want to make it the same as how you'd have to do it if you were doing it on your driveway. So them 2 are out. They're out of the way. This pipe here, give it a wiggle, off it comes. They're just breathers. This one here, you have to turn the little like slot over backwards like so, and then it comes out. Just a little slot there, you literally just turn it forwards. Up you come. Down to the side here, you got a little pipe in the side. Give it a little pull, out it comes, and remove the whole airflow. Filter system, that's all out the way. Right, I'll bring you in a bit closer and you can see what's what under here. Okay, so we're under the filter box, and as you can see, this is our coil pack here. This system here. You've got your 1, 2, 3, 4 leads. Plug leads all under here, all along the top of the head. And as you'll see in my condition, someone put these on not very well and they've started to wear through. This one has actually gone through the wire, as you can see there. So are some of the others, and that's started to cause a misfire. So basically that's why we're doing the service on this one. So if you're driving down the road and that starts spluttering away like and popping and banging and all that sort of stuff, it's more than likely going to be your coil pack in leads causing the problem. So what we'll do, we'll literally do one at a time. So we'll take this one off first, which should be your longest lead in your box. Now, as you can see in mine, we've got some water and stuff down there. So last time this was steam cleaned, obviously got water in the system. So what we'll do, we've got an airline here. Just going to blow that out, but if you're at home and you haven't got an airline, just get in there with some tissue or something like that and get rid of it. As you can see, you definitely don't want no water or air or anything mixing in that system. As you can see, the plug leads exactly the same. So let's get one out of the box and see what's what from there. So next you're going to want a 16mm plug socket. Get one of your new plugs out. Make sure it fits on the end and it's tight. Keep that aside, keep that ready. Put this one down into the socket hole. Over the top of the socket, make sure it's connected nicely. Once you've got your socket on there nicely, just gently undo it like so. And wind it out. and that one's out. It's not in terrible condition, to be fair, it's still pretty good, but we're putting new ones in anyway. So this is what the old one looks like. Bit rusty around the top and stuff, but the important bit down the bottom where it fires is nice and white around the tip. And this is what a new one looks like. All nice and shiny and all ready to go. So let's get it in. So what I do when I put them in, I push them in the bottom of the plug socket and very gently put it down. Try not to mess up any of the thread or anything. And then just gently with your fingers wind it in, looking after the thread at all times. And that's in as far as I can go without a socket, so put the socket on and just nip it up gently. Not mega tight that you snap it off, and not too loose that it's still floppy. And that one's in. Nice. So as you can see down on the floor down here, we've got the 4 leads that we're putting in the car. Obviously the longest one reaches the furthest, then and so on as you work your way in. So we took this one off the coil pack, which is this one here, and that's the furthest one away on the engine block down there. So we're going to use the longest lead, put it over onto there, and away we go. So I'll grab myself the longest lead, pop that down onto the top of the plug. You hear it go click, and across along here onto the coil pack. Now normally I'd clip it in all the way along the top of the other ones, but obviously we're taking the other ones out. So the next one is water in there as well. Now this water is obviously in the top of mine from where I steam cleaned the engine and stuff as I was doing it up. So that's down to me, but we're taking this one off now, which is this far one here. Discard that on the floor. Again, we're going to blow out the water that's in the hole there. Like I said before, you can quite easily do that with a bit of blue roll tissue or something like that. If you haven't got an airline, same again, just undo it. Obviously, as I'm doing these, I'm putting them on the right ones on the coil pack. You can't just put them on anywhere. You have to follow them as they go along. And let's see what this second one looks like. Out it comes. Looking good again. Discard that. Get another new plug. Plugs come in little boxes like these. Basically just pull the end off, pop it out, insert it into the end of the tool, and that shouldn't fall out if you've got a rubber inside it. If you've got a worn one, then you need to get one with the rubber inside, and you can just gently put it in like this, like so. Spin it in again by hand. Lovely. Nipped up quite nicely even by hand. Get the old ratchet on. Couple of gentle nip ups like that, and away you go down to the next lead, the next longest one, which is this one here. Pop that on like so and onto there. So that's them ones done, and I'll obviously do the same with the other two. I think you get the idea now. You just got to make sure you put them there to there on the right ones. So we'll do these two off camera, and then I'll catch you back up to where we are with a close up on the engine bay. Okay, so once all 4 are done, should look like so. And now we move on to changing this coil pack. Looks like us little star keys. So we'll go and get you what size that is. We'll whip that off, and I'll show you that new one going on as well, and where to put the leads. Okay, so onto the coil pack, so let's open it up. make sure it is what it's meant to be. Like I said, they do 2 different ones of these. Looks good. 2 bolts on the back, 2 bolts on the front, and they are basically a T25 star drive. And then just down the side here, you've got a little plug. All you have to do is on the bottom of the plug, there's a press-in silver bit there. You just press that in and that releases the plug. And then what I do when I do these is I just get the leads one at a time, like so. Put them in the right places as you're doing it. And then you won't mess up your firing order and your car will still run as it's meant to. It's obviously a little bit awkward because the other ones get a bit shorter, but nothing you can't do. Keeps your firing order all nice, like so. So I've already took the back T25s out, and they're going to do the front ones, which is just here. Just so you can see, basically bolts like that. Put them up the top. And again, put them out the way. Pull your coil pack out. To be fair, looking at this coil pack, doesn't actually look very old. Doesn't mean it isn't though. Put that to the side. It's red hot because I've obviously done it after driving it in. Okay, so basically the reverse order now. Line the pack up. Reverse your ratchet, spin it on. It's worthwhile doing these coil packs because within time they do break down just as much as the leads and stuff do, and it just stops you from getting any bother or, you know, getting poor running when you're out on a big trip somewhere or something like that. That's the last thing you're going to want. So them two there, I'll do these back two off camera in a minute. And then all I do is put these leads in their little clips on either side of these to keep everything all nice and streamlined. Like so. That's as much as you can do. This one I'm going to pull off and take around the back there. The nicer you can get these to flow, the better. Right, I'll bring you in close and let you see where we are. So as you can see, all the new coil packs all in, all plugged in, bolted down. All the leads are going where they're meant to go. They're all clipped in along the sides of the plug caps. And it's all neat and tidy. The only thing left to do is to put this back on. Like so. Basically a reverse of what we done when we took it off. You've got a 10mm here, 10mm here, breather, little pipe here down the side. Just make sure that little pipe goes back in there. This one, as I said before, it's got the little twist connection. You twist it one way, pull it in, twist it the other way, take it out. Nice and easy. Pop that onto there. Get your 10mm. Bit awkward to do with one hand, but you're getting the idea. Put them where they're meant to go. Put your T25 away so you don't drop them all over the floor, which I've done plenty of times with my kits. Get your 10mm back from up on the scuttle panel where you left it. Do these up. And that's that all back on nice and tight. And that's basically the ignition side of things of the service all done. So you should be left with an engine bay like that, looking all nice and tidy. Now obviously I have done the rest of the service as well. I've dropped oil out the gearbox down there and refilled that, which I'll do on another video. I've drained the antifreeze, flushed it all through, put some nice pink fresh antifreeze summer coolant in, and that's the way to go. And this is basically what you should have on the floor afterwards. Your burnt out leads, there should be 4 of them. 4 rusty old plugs, look at the state of them, they've been there years. And a coil pack. Now, like I say, this coil pack actually looks like it might have been done not too long ago. But when you do an ignition service like this, for the price it costs, you might as well just go ahead and do it. I mean, that whole ignition kit down there, I think it cost me £60, something like that. Obviously I'll get trade price, but if you have to pay 70, still not too bad. Keeps your car nice and reliable, and that's what you want. Whew. So everyone, I hope that's really helped you out on how to do an ignition service. You do it yourself, save yourself plenty of money. It's not too hard to do, you don't need many tools. A couple of little ratchets, small ratchet, large ratchet. Socket for the plugs, 10mm socket, and a T25 star drive, and that's it. That's all you need to do the whole job. So not too bad really, well worth getting, and you should be servicing your car every year anyway. So hope I saved you lots of money. I'll see you all soon in another video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.